everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Seahawks are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Texans, who will be testing that coverage.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line, with the Houston Texans. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. There's the rookie from Texas, D'Onta Foreman. And some room to work. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A huge play there for Houston. 61 yards on the ground. And now the offense operates in the red zone. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the... And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after here coming up. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Lacey. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Wilson now to throw on third down. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Watson now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. Big hold of the 30. And he slides to avoid the hit. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allows you to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through him. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Watson, off play action. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with Foreman. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6, 7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
On first down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performance.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. So Wilson heads for the sidelines. And they'll turn it over to the backup now. It's Austin Davis. Shift together here from the D-line. Lacey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working. Smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the penalty, it's Miller. Gets past one man. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock. To
return, this is Doug Baldwin. Oh, good move. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Off the play fake, Davis. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Allen Robinson, 77 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. To throw on second is Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. On first down, it's Watson. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now let's go.
On the counter, here's Lacey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
Again, it's Lacey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Watch it now, Barney.
Davis off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one foot. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And his kick is right through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They begin the drive with Lacey. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Off play action. Davis. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Davis now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Here's Davis off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now Davis from the gun. He'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Davis. And Wilson has it. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Detroit! No. Over! Safety creek. Leopard! Check. Over! Watch it now, Barney. Let's go!
Davis now throwing on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Davis, off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Watson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. K.J. Wright from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he almost had it defensively. could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Shane Leckler now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Returnable for Lockett. Good move at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Watkins in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
All right, here we go.
To throw on second down, Davis. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Davis operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out comes Houston. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson caught left side Hopkins. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On second down, here's Miller. And now running right through it. Miller with a first down and more. Now that's one they... The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Offensive mistake pushes him back. Now it's second and a little bit longer. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 47-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So it'll be first down here after the run. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got it, Fedorowicz. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A first down carry now for Miller. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Davis throwing to start the drive.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. Davis. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Davis now off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Andre Howell. And the return here will go to the 30. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. So now it's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, it's Miller. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And tough starting field position here. Now the backup Boykin, his first throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Here we go. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
They'll run it with Lacey. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw is Boykin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Let's go.
Here we go. It's Boykin on 4th. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Ohio.
They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops, right?
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From their own end zone. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got Fuller. That one goes for 24 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's got room. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Foreman, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Texans on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They run again with Foreman. And some space here. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A carry for Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Foreman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run with Foreman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys?